And I've been talking into the fucking ether again. Yeah, that's fitting. Anyways, last time we left off, I suppose it started right from probably about Liurnia for everyone, but last time we left off, we did actually come here to Fort Faroth to go and get the Dectus Medallion half. I was successful in getting the Dectus Medallion half. We have yet to get the one from Fort Height just yet, apparently, but we're going to get that today. Get ourselves access to Altus Plateau, and from there, we're probably going to go and pivot and go and take care of what we need to... I have been to that merchant. Okay. All right, well, tell you what. Since we're in the area, why don't we go ahead and get ourselves into Caelid Main? Well, you know what? I guess we have access from right over here, so I don't really need to do it from the same way that I'd normally do it, would I? You know what? I think I'd rather be a little bit more extra about being cautious. So, yeah, we're just going to be a little bit more cautious than we need to be. I don't remember what was in the middle of Caelid, but I don't remember it being amazing. So, thing is I have noticed that the game is still stuttering at least a little bit here and there. But at least off a baseline, it wasn't as bad. It doesn't seem like it's quite as bad as it was before. So, it's something. And the other thing, too, is honestly, we're still dealing with a randomizer over Elden Ring. So, to say that it's completely fixed would probably be not an accurate statement. Grand scheme of things. Really? Something spotted me? God damn it, I hate it when that happens in this game. Happens too damn often, honestly. What's our dragon over here, actually? If it's an easy enough dragon, then I might just go ahead and do it real quickly. Is that... that's either a Geel or Grail. You know what, I think I feel comfortable enough dealing with this. So yeah, why not? Cash money would be nice, too. Awesome. You know what, I should probably just go for the Staggerino. Of course, breathing fire immediately seems about appropriate for a dragon. Piece of shit. Lands on top of the entire rocky surface up here, because he's an asshole. Oh my god. Thank you, game. I'm just gonna say, it would be really funny if the dragon killed himself right now. And honestly, I wouldn't mind it very much, because I kind of despise this fight. Oh my god. Dude, flying. Okay, there we go. Let's go for the rot proc. Really? That wasn't enough for a rot proc? Are you fucking kidding me? I mean, I know it's Grail, but still, it's just annoying. Alright, was that enough for rot proc? It was enough for rot proc. Beautiful. We're not really doing insane amounts of damage right now. Grand scheme of things, but it'll do. No idea how I completely avoided the fire on that one. Also, I have no idea why Grail is insisting on not resetting. Ugh. Grail, buddy. Honestly, I gotta say, man, nobody actually likes you. Fun fact, you'd never guess it. Alright, well... Kinda sucks taking the easy crit, but I kinda have to take the easy crit. Alright, is this just the simple fly in the air, stompy stomp? Yeah, it is. Okay, cool. Alright, break them toesy woesies in. Gorgeous. any chicken legs, do we? No, we do not. Okay, alright. You know what? Honestly, still worth it. A lot of cash money off that. Less, okay. You know what? Actually, yeah. We got an old man from that, so sure. Yeah, why not? I know the remembrances give me other things, but frankly, cash money is just generally the better pick in most cases. So, yeah, I typically prefer to go with the cash money option. But yeah, I mean, honestly, as far as I can tell right now, the game has been running smoother again, so that's good news. I think I will also probably be taking a look at the suggestion that Kyan had sent my way the other day, just to see if there's a way to help narrow it down even further. It would be ideal to get it even better, but I'm also not crying if it's not perfect. So, you know what? Yeah, I probably do want to go check out Merchant over here, and then we can go ahead and get Caelid Middle, I guess. Yeah, probably. It's definitely not as bad, though. Okay, alright. Well, you know what? I guess if I ever need arrows for some reason, very cool. We're very well set up for arrows. How much is a level up right now for us? 10k. Eesh. Level ups are starting to get pretty expensive, and I don't think right now, as it stands, we have much in the way of upgrading. No, we do not. Okay, fair enough. Alright, well, I mean, plenty to get done still, unfortunately, but I would argue this is better off than it once was, so. You know what, honestly, just for the sake of sanity, I know it probably doesn't matter terribly deep. These changes go back to... Okay. Alright, let's go back to the main menu real quickly here for Big Balls, and just make sure that this change gets applied to it. I don't like playing the game in lower rates, but I would prefer more frame rate and less graphic if that's what I'm working with. So, all right, it seems to be smoother? Question mark? Well, something's having a really bad day over there and dying a very slow and painful death. That is unfortunate for them, but luckily that is for them. Let's go check and see what the church is, or not the church, what the tree is over here, and see if it's something relatively straightforward. If it is, I think I might take the fight. Alright, what do we got? What's it gonna be? Is that a... Okay, it's a tree guardian. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, I think I'm comfortable enough with that fight. I am always pretty damn comfortable with that fight. I don't really care about killing these smaller lads, but they're kind of in my way and getting a little too close to me for... I really don't want to kill this thing, because it takes so long to kill these things. Okay, give me something other than... Okay, never mind. Would have been nice to get a free smithy stone out of that, but we'll take what we can get. Alright, quick chicken leg, gorgeous. Buff up my balls. And we're on our way. Is this actually just a putrid avatar, or am I crazy? No, it's definitely not a putrid. That's a stupid question. Really? No staggers? That was a lot of hits. Just gotta say. Really? Interesting. Huh. I didn't realize my balls genuinely had, like, almost no range to them, but, well, here we are, I guess. See, that's kind of the cool thing about the balls, I guess, is that they hit incredibly hard. They hit incredibly hard, and they do a lot of damage, and they can do it really quickly. Frankly, it's more often than not better to not do jumping attacks with him, just because jumping attacks generally are slower, just as a whole. Like, there's really not a good reason to be jumping attack, unless you have the window for it. That was a really shitty tree. That was a really, really shitty tree. Like, that was disappointing. Okay. Alright, let's go to Fort Height. Go ahead and get the whatchamacallit from there. I think I remember what was making me not want to come here last time was a bird, if I remember right. Yeah, there was a bird here last time. Although this time, we now have upgraded balls. This is the lower level area at the moment. It was indeed a bird, yes. Okay. Luckily, the bird seems to aggro from downtown like the absolute demon that it is. Awesome. Very cool. Really, is that so game? We're playing that fucking game. Really, is that so game? Yeah, really, is that so game? Alright, whatever. It doesn't really matter. Now we can deal with any of the fucking bullshit here. So. Yippee for me. And, of course, it would have the universal small gremlin as a part of its team. Why wouldn't it have that? Okay. That's a little worrisome, but it's not... It's not as big of a deal when I can run away very easily. That's fine. Awesome. Old man. Time to die, old man. Ah, okay. Big cash money. Did we? No, we did. We definitely did. I was about to question whether or not I killed Mr. Height, and that was a stupid-ass question. Like, of course I killed Mr. Height. Why? When do I not kill? When do I not kill? Okay. All right. I know. Honestly, as far as I can tell, the game has definitely been running a lot better. At least for the most part. Right, Lucaria Gate. Was it here that we wanted to go, or was it over here? It was probably here. Alright, cool. And just like that, we gave ourselves access to some important locations. I did loot that graveyard. Yes. Where's the one fucking item over here? Am I dumb? Or is Fatty covering it up with his gigantic bosom? You know what? Honestly, one single item is not worth dying over, so... Yeah, I guess I can ignore that. You know what? No, never mind. I did get through here already. I already did the looting for that. Sometimes it can be a little hard to remember just how much you've gotten done in a single randomizer run. It can definitely be a little hard, which is usually why there's a certain amount of consistency each and every time. Oh, that is a Black Knife Assassin. Okay, cool. Generally speaking, that is why there's so much consistency to that. Alright, there's our map. Cool. Let's go get the map, and then we can be moving right along. I know I don't actually need the map for any reason, because frankly, the map only does us one major favor, and that just basically makes it so we can see shit. We don't really need it. We're not going to be spending a whole lot of time in Liurnia, for the most part, at least. I don't think, actually, we've done everything that I'd normally do along the route over here. So why don't we go do everything that I'd normally do along the route over here? We got to go see EG. We got to go take care of the graveyard on the way, so on and so forth. Yeah, I think my routing was a little bit wacky-doober the other night. Mainly just because of everything that was going on. I believe this is just a doula. That's gonna hit me, and unfortunate that it does, but that's also my fault. Awesome. Right. Alright, big meaty staggers. Actually, you know what? I should probably go for the rot proc. I don't always need these rot procs, but frankly, I think it's generally just stupid for me not to at least do it. Really? That's really interesting. Thank you, game. I really don't know proper rolling technique for that move, but I usually time it out to just, like, do a double roll. Typically, I feel like that's the best route. Typically. Alright, please get rotted. I mean, it's really cool of you if you, like, would like to get rotted real fast. That would be nice. Alright, cool. Now Dula can kill himself, pretty much. And that's a dragon down. Definitely not a necessary fight, but it's cash, it's money. We might take the time and actually level up our fucking Anspur Rapier. It arguably would be worth it to level it up. Because, like, while we don't really get a boost in our proc ability at any point because of the leveling up, it would still probably be worth it to just do that. Poison Mist? Oh, shit. Actually, Poison Mist might be worth putting on the Anspur at some point or another. If we can find a different weapon for Assassin's Gambit, that would not be a dumb solution. That would actually be pretty damn good. There's a meatball. I'm going to trigger the meatball. There we go. Gorgeous. I am not losing another run to fucking Graveyard Sniper Meatball. The last thing I need is another Graveyard Sniping Meatball to ruin my life. Of course there'd be a dismounter here too. Why wouldn't there be? Awesome. Torrent, I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna blame most of this on you because frankly, you could be better and you're just not. You know, this is getting crowded a little too quickly, and unfortunately with the ever so slight interesting effect of Torrent deciding that he needs to phase in and out of existence every now and again. Yeah, I think I might... Oh, never mind, I got everything. Okay, we're fucking leaving anyways. I don't want to be here anymore. Fuck this place. You get just the right combination of enemies in any of these locations, and it's just awful. It really is. Alright. Rune Arc. You know, admittedly, we could probably start selling our Rune Arcs. I might sell down to 1 if I need the cash, I guess. Unfortunately, like as rare as the Rune Arcs are, I don't even think they're worth that much. Which is kind of obnoxious. Alright, cool. And we still have the Blasphemous Blade, which I haven't found a good enough time to pivot into that yet. But I believe we can pivot into that more or less at any point now. Yeah, because we just need the two-hand requirement, which we can just two-hand the weapon. I think we already have the two-hand requirement. Maybe. Okay. Nope, don't need it. There we go. Oh shit, I've been running around with a lot of money on me. I mean, not really surprised that I would do that, but still. Boost resistance and heal status in mixed physique. Eh? That's not really worth my time. Grand scheme of things, that's not really worth my time by much. It probably would be nice to go ahead and, like, pivot into a good chunk of, faith at some point or another, I guess. It probably would be. You know what, let's put an Inescapable Frenzy on for right now, because that would give... If we run into Gideon, that would give us a pretty damn, like, nice tool against him. Right now, it would bully the shit out of him. It would bully the shit out of him for it. So, it's worth something. It's 3K, I guess. Alright, can we level up at all? Antspur. You know what, let's do some Antspur level ups, why not? I don't see myself pivoting off my current weapon set. Yeah, this is already into the +4 category, and this... Yeah. Actually, never mind. They're both in +4s. That's me being stupid. Fair enough. Blasphemous. Blasphemous, let's get this leveled up a good chunk, too. Why not? Cool. Awesome. Alright, now we just need a +6 for that, and we can get that up even further. Very cool. No, honestly, I think that's probably a more satisfactory answer in the grand scheme of things, too. Blasphemous is kind of stupid, with just how good it really is. Massive heal proc off of it, and it's got a ranged, like, not AoE exactly, but it's essentially like, you know what, let's just prove the point here. Prove the point. Yeah, this guy right here, you like him? You see him? Okay, well that was me being dumb. The range was not quite that good, but still, point being. Also, it goes through multiple enemies too, so there's that. Yeah, it's kind of dumb. Frankly, in a lot of ways, this would probably hard carry us through the rest of the game. Just in all seriousness. Okay, there we go. Dagger. Actually, Dagger would actually give us what we need. So Dagger gives us the availability to put, Assassin's Gambit on the Dagger instead. It's not quite as useful at that point, but really, Assassin's Gambit should be a stealth item anyways. So, yeah, that about pans out. Alright, so there's some scary shit in here, but honestly, with Blasphemous in our hands, we're probably okay. We're probably fine. Alright. Fuck it. Let's go for it. Why not? Ant, do you want to maybe come down or something? No? That would be... No shot that hits, right? Alright, there we go. Gorgeous, lovely. As you can see, just immediate annihilation. Every single way. Yeah, sure, it's a decent cost of FP, but frankly, for what you're paying out on that, it's kind of stupid to make the argument that it's a bad trade. Because it's just not. And frankly, the weapon damage is also really good, so you have that going on. I'm not gonna lie, the Rune Bear does scare me a little bit. But I'm glad that the Golem said, no, we're just gonna fight 1v1 style on this one real quick. So we're good. We're good. We're fine. Yeah, we're fine. Of course a bat shows up. Why wouldn't the bat show up? Does this also give crit heals? It does. Or at least it gives heals from enemies dying. So there's that. Please hit. Really, that's a very interesting attack you just did there, Bear. All right, big meaty heal, gorgeous. Of course a dog shows up for the bear. Why wouldn't it? That makes sense. Could you, like, stagger, please? Like, I know that might be asking a lot from you, but still, thank you. That feels more insulting than anything, the fact that I whiffed the crit. Even though the head was literally right there, the game had no reason to deny it. It still did it anyways, and I guess that's about Elden Ring. Yeah, that's pretty Elden Ring for Elden Ring. Kill the wizard. Wow, there's a lot of enemies over here. Honestly, I don't know why I'd never realized how many enemies there are here, but yeah, there's a lot of enemies. Big meaty hits. Gorgeous. I have one more of these in my stock, and I'm gonna use it. Awesome. Very cool. I love the little gremlin that shows up and just makes everything worse. It's always entertaining when it's always the smallest fucking enemy just making life miserable. And by that I mean I hate it utterly, and I wish they would die a much more miserable and awful death. But, you know, I can't really ask for everything. I don't really know why I'm dedicating so much time to killing everything here right now, but I don't know. I guess this is just the pace we're on at the moment. Alright, another Smithy 4, which is cool. Honestly, the Smithy 4s make me pretty happy. Was that an enemy that dropped that? Because that should be something I farm. Of course I can't do that. That would be too convenient. Awesome, thank you for dying. Yeah, it's funny, honestly, looking at this place right now, if I had come here earlier, this would have been pretty miserable. This would have been a really fucking miserable location to run through. I would not be having a smiley, smiley time. Alright, useless. When she Eldens until I ring. Very nice, Night Slash. Very nice. Hope you're doing well tonight. Let's do 40, and why don't we get some more endurance, more strength, all that magic. That sounds, I think, good for right now. Okay. Nothing outright terrifying right now? Yeah, nothing outright terrifying right now. Alright, got him. Love it. Blessed Rainbow Gunslinger Funny Run win? Lobster. Lobster. Of course. Makes sense. Lobster. Why wouldn't there be a lobster? Very nice. You need it? I don't need it. I don't need it. I really don't need it. No, honestly, I'd probably be down to do that. I was actually thinking of doing something else a little different. I was going to probably do something else a little different than that Night Slash at some point here with Elden, or not Elden Ring, but Enter the Gungeon soon enough here. A run that I wanted to... Item. It wasn't worth picking up, but damn it, I sure did. That's the second Basilisk to kill himself, and you know what? Good for him. I was thinking of doing a... like, a roll-only... like a roll-only run. I really don't know how that would play out, but I'd kind of want to do it. Because frankly, the more I look at it, there's a lot of, well, I say decent items. There's a good chunk of pretty damn decent items in Enter the Gungeon that are roll-related, and I kind of want to do something related to that fact. I'm not really sure the execution just yet for it, but I think it'd be a fun time. I'm not gonna lie, now that I'm using the Blasphemous Blade, it's probably gonna be a little bit hard for me to pivot. Because this thing is just kind of dumb and amazing, and I really don't want to use another thing. Like, this weapon is just infinitely great, and I feel like it would be stupid for me to do anything other than use it. Unless I run into, like, Moog, which I guess in that circumstance... But the thing is like, even with the fire resistance that Moog has, this is still just a good weapon. Oh, also it does this to the plant life, which is pretty cool. Royal Remains. Okay, cool. So yeah, I was thinking of doing that, and I thought that'd be a fun idea. Pretty much main restriction would just be I can't shoot any guns, but I can use items, and I can use anything roll-related, which I think, funny enough, one of the best things for us would probably be doing, maybe doing normal runs? I'm not sure, actually. Normal runs might arguably be best. He's too far away. That's not gonna hit him. This fucking asshole. I hate this guy so much. Because he stomps, snips, stomps all over the arena. And he tries to be funny. Also, this is actually doing, like, very little damage to him right now. I might have to swap the balls. Balls. Balls, 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 balls. Get up faster, you stinky character! Jesus, come on! I'm trying to get my balls out, and this fucking guy keeps on breathing on me, and I'm like, dude, come on, you're killing my zen! Alright, time to dirty up my balls. I hate Makar so much. He's so not fun. He is such a lame boss. He just breathes on everything and thinks he's real fucking funny about it. Of course, I whipped the punch. Really, is that so? Alright, smack his nuts. 1, 2, smack the do. Very cool. I might clear my inventory out a little bit, because this is a lot of shit to have to cycle through just so I can get to my weapons. You know what? Yeah, why don't I do that? Why don't I do that real quickly? That's not the dumbest idea in the world that I've ever had. Okay. Alright, I want the dagger, don't want that, don't want that, don't want that. Don't want those. I might keep Rogier's, but Rogier's can go in the box for right now. It's just not doing me any favors. You know what? No, honestly, I think I'm just going to simplify my inventory to dagger, blasphemous blade, antspur, and balls. That seems appropriate. Are there any talismans that I want to simplify either? Kind of. Radagon's Star Seal, I don't see myself using that. These are kind of useful, so I think I'll hold on to them. Guard counters, no. Counterattack with thrusting weapons, no. Sorceries, no. Shortened spellcasting time. That could actually be useful in the future, I'm not sure. Raises attack power with successive hits can be useful. That's not useful, and that that should never be useful to me. So, okay, cool. Alright, that feels pretty good. Let's go talk to Pydia and check and see what Pydia has in stock. And from there, we can go ahead and head over to the Altus Plateau and just go from there. There's quite a few runs that I want to do at some point or another, but what I will say right now, Night Slash, because if you've read the title of the stream right now, we're probably gonna be a little bit locked in for this month and probably the foreseeable future. It's Souls time. It's Souls time right now. Now we're probably gonna be playing Soulsborns for a little bit, because like literally right at the end of this month, Night Rain comes out, and with Night Rain coming out, I am very likely going to be streaming Night Rain. Like, it's kind of a guarantee. Thank you, Pydia. A little something? That is probably the most useful thing here, so cool. Alright. Alright, back to the main gate, and we can go ahead and move along to Altus. Very cool. Let's upgrade our flask real quickly. Why not? A little bit broke, but fair enough. I shouldn't need throwing daggers anymore for right now, at least, but I will keep them in mind, I guess, going forward. Pulling aggro for individual enemies is probably not the dumbest thing I've ever done. It's actually been pretty smart for the most part. Okay, fair enough. Whiffed. I should have known better and should have just gone with the standard strat. There we go. Even then, I almost fucked it up because I did something different than usual. Alright, what you got, merchant? Actually, you know what? That can be useful. And so can that. Everything else here is kind of ass, so. I always hate how there's just like this weird amount of range sometimes, where Torrent just won't work. It's pretty stupid. We are getting towards a nighttime cycle. Do I try and fight whatever night boss is here? I guess we could. Yeah, why not? Let's see what's here, and if it's bad, we're not going to fight it. But if it's okay, then I'll probably take the time and take care of it. All right, let's kill this hand real quickly. Awesome. Alright, there we go. Cool. What is it? Bell-bearing hunter. You know what? I feel pretty comfortable with bell-bearing hunters, so yeah, sure, why not? And I have been eating more crab than usual lately. Mainly because, honestly, it really hasn't been too dangerous for us to do so. Alright, cool. Got him in the backstab loop. Or at least we should have been in the loop. Alright. Got his ass. Big meaty crit. Rolled. Got him. And he's fucking dead. Gorgeous. Okay, well, he wasn't worth jack dick. I always hate it when whatever boss we're killing ends up not being very high in value. It always just kind of pesters me, because they get the upgrade for the area, but they end up being worth closer to what you would find them for normally, give or take. The scaling upgrade they get for their stats as opposed to their rune gain is not... It's not favorable. It's really not. Awesome. Thank you so much, you fucking imp. Very cool. We do have Radon in our pockets, don't we? Tell you what, I might go to the, I might go to Round Table in just a minute here, and we're gonna check and see what we could get for the Remembrance. I don't think anything we could get for the Remembrance is gonna be worth it. I'm pretty confident almost all items we could get from that would just not be able to pace whatever we currently have. Not unless it was, like, a certain kind of talisman. Talismans would be worth something, I think, right now. But otherwise, there's not a lot that could be worth more. Come on, game. There you go. Alright, let's head over this way real quickly. I guess since I'm in the area, I could go ahead and just do what I'd normally do here and head over the hill real quickly here. Get the Site of Grace, of course. But we'll head over the hill, go deal with the mini-boss that's right in this vicinity, and just go from there. Now that I see the magical lightning ball... You gotta be fucking kidding me, really? It said no to activating? What an asshole. Alright, more Smithy Force, that's good news. I think that might be enough to get both of our weapons up to plus 12 now. So that is pretty damn cash money. Now I need to start getting some plus 5s. Alright, eat the crab anyways. We have infinite crab, and it's just not worth it to risk dying. Boom. Wait, I'm sorry, what the fuck? I'm sorry, I must have missed the part where that counted. That was really stupid. I'm not gonna lie. That was just dumb. Twiggy cracked tier. So shit. Okay, we got shit. Awesome. Twiggy cracked tier, by the way, on a normal playthrough is kind of nice. It basically gives you the infinite version of the talisman twig tier. Or the twig talisman, my bad. But that's only really useful in a run where you can die. So, yeah. Fun stuff. I saw that lily there, but I probably shouldn't be just risking shit like that. Probably. When Greaves, cool, new pants. As all things go in life, we obviously need new pants. Frankly, I don't think we're going to get anything better than our current pants set. I'm pretty confident we have, like, one of the best armor sets in the game for our pants. Probably. Oh, legendary. Hey! More money. We'd love to see it. Or, well, or maybe a decent talisman. Who knows? I really am not banking on the talisman answer, but I'll check it anyways just for entertainment value. Hey, look at that, our first Smithy 5. Nice. Okay, cool. That actually was at least worth the stop, then. Cool. Nice. Useless item is useless. Very cool. One item here. And then we're on our way. You know what? Let's get the site of grace that's right over here real quick, just because it cost me like no time to do it. And that's a Night Raider boss. So, you know what? Let's do it real quickly. Why not? We're in vicinity. I don't really feel very threatened by it, so. I feel mildly more threatened by that being here. So, there is that. Grab. Thank you. Ideally, the Knight Rider just comes over and fucks around with us. Yeah, really? Was that not good enough of a throw? Don't really know how I dodged that, but we'll take it anyways. I love the fact that I somehow didn't do damage there. Awesome. Thank you again. And then there was a dragonfly. Of course there would be. Awesome. Thank you, game. Got his ass. Smash his face in. Get the crit. Damn, that went right through his fucking guts. That is unfortunate. And free money. Or maybe not free, but definitely... Okay, alright, 10k. Awesome. Was it worth it? No, not really. At least we got some lilies out of it, I guess, but was that worth it? Nah. That could have been better. Okay. Well, let's go check the merchant over here, and then at that point we can go and pivot and try and go deal with Caelid. Whatever our Castle Redmane boss is would arguably be easier to get to, so that is our game plan. Ah. Of course it's one of the budding whatchamacallits here. Why wouldn't it be? Alright, get this. 300 for serpent arrows is definitely pretty expensive, but cool. I guess we have access to it, so... Yeah, I'll get the bell bearing. Fuck it. Ah, he has spotted me almost immediately. Of course. Makes sense. Alright, let's warp across and get safer. Right. Table of Lost Grace, real quickly. What did I want to do while I was back here? What was my game plan?
I've decided I'm often we may not if this
Affinity damage negation for self and allies. How does that work? Increases damage negation for all affinities except physical for both the caster and nearby allies. You know what? Sure. Yeah, honestly, yeah. That could probably be really damn useful in the right context. This could also be pretty useful, I'd imagine. I'm not really that tempted to get the Blessings boon, but maybe that's worth it. Also, it's really cheap, frankly, so yeah, you know what? I could see enough of an argument there. And D, do you have anything worth talking about before I let you go? No, honestly, no. No, he does not. By my sword! It's 8K, but I still want it. Because that is a flask upgrade, and I have more money than usual, so... it all probably about pans out at the end of the day. Faith Knot... you know what? Faith Knot might actually be worth it, because that's just free level ups, more or less. Like, it's not technically levels up, but that's still free level ups. And... no, we don't really need the Dragon Hearts right now. I'll get the pots, sure. Winged Tear. I'll get it because it's cheap enough. We currently need what? I think just like a +5 at the moment. Or, my bad, I think we need a +6 is what we need. There we go. Admittedly, I'm not really that attracted to Gostok's shop, but it's not bad. It's not a bad shop. There's definitely some useful weapons in there. Right now, I'm mainly just scrolling and looking for Somber Stones at the moment. If we can find ourselves the Somber Stone that we need, then awesome. It is not looking like that is going to be the case for us. So fair enough. Yeah, no, it's not. Frenzied Boist. Frenzied Boist could be pretty useful, but I don't think it's... I don't know, like, I don't think it's that terribly useful, unfortunately. Okay, cool. And you know what? I never went back to visit Kale. Let's go to Kale real quickly, and let's go get the recipe from him. At the same time, I can recheck his shop and just see if there was anything I was missing out on by not visiting him. Alright. No. Honestly, no. Helfin Steeple is pretty great, but it's not we're not pivoting into that in any capacity. I'll get this. Otherwise, I think that's pretty much everything his shop has to offer us. So, cool. All right. There's all of that. We've made it to Altus. Let's go ahead and move on into Castle Redmane. And you know what? I'm not going to worry about taking the secondary route because I'm not really missing out on a shit ton of items by just... honestly, I get a decent enough set of weaponry just by warping in the place, or pile of items to get just in. So I think we're just going to do that, and that'll be fine. And maybe once we beat whatever our Radon equivalent is, maybe I'll come back into Redmane and deal with whatever the normal boss spawn would be. Yeah, that sounds like an okay idea. That sounds like an okay idea. Legendary. Malekith's Helm. Can I wear that, and is it worth it? I can't wear it yet, but it does seem like it might be worth it. So, fair enough. Grab that. Hit my lad with a fucking big old blaster. Kill that thing. I'm very surprised he died so easily to... Oh, shit! Flame grant me! Yeah, holy shit, that was definitely worth coming in here for. Yeah, Flame grant me... Okay, like, honestly, that's replacing one of these frenzy spells, guaranteed. Because, frankly, that's just infinitely better in, like, every capacity. Okay. We never went and checked what the remembrances were. I guess I could light this real quickly and then go check. Yeah. Yeah, fair enough. Why not? Let's do that.
Until it will tragic across the far, but the so gray seek to become letter.
Hurry the fuck up, old woman. And new talisman slot? Oh, no new talisman slot yet. Right, we have to do what you call it first. Okay, so trash. Trash. She has trash. Awesome. Very nice of her. Alright, well in that case I can just pop these real quickly. I think of the runs that I'm going to be doing here, I feel like there's a really good chance that, of them, probably Dark Souls 3 is going to be second most difficult for me, arguably. Because it's probably the one I played just about the least. So I imagine that's going to be a pain in the butt for me. Alright, there we go. Memorize spell. Flame can be replaced with Flame grant me strength. Boom. Juicy. And honestly, we're getting closer and closer to actually having use for protection of the Erd Tree, so that's probably one I'm going to be tossing in there at some point or another. Hopefully I can find a memory... I forget if it's memory stone or memory key at some point or another. Actually, just out of curiosity. You know what? No, I think we're probably okay for right now. Let's go deal with our Radon equivalent and see what happens. I've been yapping. I've been fucking super duper yapping today. Also, I forgot to check. 5, 7... Okay, so yeah, we need our 6 still, and yeah, fair enough. Hopefully we can find it on our way into the capital. I would like to get this up to a +7 if I can help it. There we go. Alright, cool. Desperate prayer. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm doing right now, hoping that it's not gonna be the worst fucking boss ever. Trying to think what my worst case scenario is right now. I'd imagine... there's quite a few bosses that could be the worst case scenario, but like most of them are fine. Frankly, Gideon is probably one of the worst ones to get as a whole, just because Gideon is such a piece of shit, but we're not utterly doomed if it's Gideon, it's just not very awesome if it is. I could probably find a way to cheese Gideon out if I need to. And like I said, I have an escapable frenzy, so I could probably use that against Gideon and, yeah, probably get away with it. Probably. But plus 5... speaking. Radagon. Oh, okay. Radagon's fine. The one thing actually Radagon could do is shoot me from downtown. Hopefully he doesn't actively do that, but also I really wouldn't be surprised. I don't think he's aggroed, actually. I don't think he aggroed properly. Which, you know, yippee me. Is he facing me right now? He is facing me, yeah. Ah, there we go. There's the Radagon bullshit. I always love it when my nose starts itching at, like, the worst possible times. This is definitely one of them. Got his ass. He's gonna get up and try and do the same exact move. Or at least he should have. That's enough for a stagger. Gorgeous. Big, meaty chunkers. I have a chicken leg. I do not have a chicken leg. Cool. Awesome. Yeah, Radagon's one of those fights I think I'm just, like, so familiar with at this point that it doesn't really matter. It's not one that's fucking me up. Okay, I was going to say longer loading time than usual there. Okay. All right, that is what we needed to get into Lanedale Capital. Let's head back this way, and let's just start heading towards Lanedale, I guess. I should probably also take the time to level up my balls probably soon enough here and get my my equipment reworked so everything is ready to go. That probably would be smart on my part. Faith increase or do the wing tier. I'll do the wing tier. Why not? That's probably a good enough stat layout for the time being, so I think I'm okay with that. Yeah. Actually, you know what? There was one thing I wanted to do real quickly here, because it might possibly be the case, and I'd like to find out real quickly. You know what? It's easy. It should be easy, at least. Awesome. Thank you, game. The swings always feel like they just come out, like, significantly faster than one would expect. I actually don't remember if that does any stagger damage. Awesome. Thank you for breathing on me. This is why we don't usually fuck around with the Nightbirds, frankly. Because, like, even in the best-case situations where we're frankly pretty damn well-leveled, they're still kind of just a rotten pain in the ass. What was our infinite source of crab, actually? Was it this guy? Who was selling us infinite crab? I gotta figure that out before long. Actually, wait. Wait, was it Borne? Was Borne selling us infinite crab? Ah, I really hope not. That actually... That would kind of be miserable. That would kind of be miserable. Awesome. Very cool. Thank you, game, for giving me a really annoying animal to have to chase after there. Very cool of you. There we go. Cool. Awesome. Here's hoping this gives us a memory stone. I don't really think we need a lot in terms of memory, but having one stone would probably be useful. Just for that little bit of extra room for pivoting. There we go. Cool. Alright, there's that. Awesome. Now, I think we're okay to move along. Let's go ahead and head towards our first larger boss. Actually, you know what? There is one thing I forgot to do. That's my bad. I should level up my weapon first. It's not going to be massive upgrades, but, like, it's still worth the effort to do it. Alright, balls. That's plus 13 balls and plus 12 Antspur. Very cool. And at the same time, while we're talking Ashes of War and all that magic, let's go ahead and do some Ash of War updating. Let's do poison and rot buildup on the Antspur, and then we can go ahead and do Assassin's Gambit on our dagger. Very cool. And our balls can just stay dirty. Alright. I want to say that's probably fine. You know what, let me ride on the outside, because those are some highly aggressive enemies right up there. And I don't want to get sandwiched between that and whatever the top of the area boss is. That would be a bad combination. That's not the boss. No, it's not the boss. Still a scary-ass enemy to find out in the wild, frankly. What the hell is it? It is a tree guardian. Okay, alright. I feel comfortable with that. I feel fine with this for the most part, especially considering they're weak. They are weak to fire damage, and this is just an insane weapon. So we're fine. Okay. Wasn't worth a terrible, terrible lot, but you know what? It's done. Ah. There's the one I'd be scared of. There's the one I would actually be scared of. Okay. Alright, well, I don't think we're going to be doing that boss anytime soon, then. Get the Side of Grace in case I need it for some reason. I don't think we will need it. Usually speaking, neither of the bell bearings are locked too far away, so... Plus, we may not even need the bell bearings. Alright, what is our enemy on the bridge? Oh, that's fine. Sentry's Torch, okay. You know, for some reason we run into the Invisible Assassin, that'll actually be damn useful. So nice. Best part is, I don't even think you have to have it properly equipped. It just needs to be in your offhand. There's our Smithy Stone, cool, and a Bone Peddler. Didn't really need the Bone Peddler, but cool. Sure, what is the enemy going to be here? Oh, I mean, get fucking wrecked. Ruh-roh, Raggy! Get fucked. Like, Scoob! I wasn't expecting her to pull out the strap-on! I was gonna do something else to that joke, but honestly, I highly doubt that Shaggy wouldn't expect the strap. I feel like Shaggy would expect the strap. No, honestly, you don't have a guy that's well, I don't know. I'm trying to gauge this right now. Do I think Shaggy is a bottom by any measure of the means? Probably not. I would probably argue Shaggy not to be a bottom, just because honestly that's a whole lot of maintenance, and my man does not live a clean and he does not live a clean life. His diet is not on top of it. No, I don't believe so. No. But then again, honestly, I'm not even sure if Shaggy would be interested in sex. Shaggy doesn't strike me as the kind of guy to be into sex. I think he'd be more likely just doing anything but. Phrasing. I don't know if Shaggy would be like Ace or something like that. Actually, he might be Ace, which is honestly just more funny to me in my head because the fact of the matter is Shaggy, like, because of who he is as a person, pulls on a daily, consistent basis, which the animators definitely prove that point also with his character arc. But at the same time, it's that comical fact of life where naturally the guy who has no interest pulls all the interest. Didn't need to kill either of them, but I felt like doing it anyways. Very cool. Alright, Merchant, what you got for us, bud? How about new talisman? Okay, another Somber 7. I will take that Smithy 5. It's unfortunate it's not more than that, but we'll take it anyways. Rot Bone Arrows. Okay, cool. Infinite Bone Source. You know what? I'll stack some bones up. Why not? That's not a terrible idea. I think everything else here is kind of mediocre, so I'll get like a little bit more in terms of bones, but I'm not gonna save the recipe for that guy. It's just not worth it. Let's sit down real quickly, otherwise I'm not going to be prepared. Or not going to have full stats on everything. Right. Spell. Oh, we got Dragon Claw. Huh. Nice. Actually, Dragon Claw is probably, I wouldn't say it's one of my favorite spells, but it's definitely up there, because it's just funny. It's just a funny-ass spell. I can level up one time. Let's do a little bit more strength, I guess. I don't know. Is it worth it for more damage at this point? Less health? You know what? Why not? Why not? I've been pretty true to it the entire time. Let's unless we get ourselves like a +2 or a +3 for health, which I don't think is possible. Unless we get one of those, then I think we're going to keep it as is. It just seems to make sense in my head. Okay. Okay. +5. We have a +5 on our hands. Overall, pretty decent stat pool. We have stealth. We have everything more or less that we need. I think, comically, I think we can also use Shadow Bait to lure enemies off of ledges. I believe that's a possibility. So... You know, it's nicer usually when you pick up the item. There you go. Cool. It wasn't really worth it, but we still got it anyways, so, yeah. Okay. Alright. So for right now, it's more or less just a reconnaissance mission going up here. Obviously, again, as always, if it's an easy boss, then we're just going to do it. If it's not an easy boss, then I'll pivot and I'll make determination otherwise. Alright, who's it going to be? Oh, okay. Yeah, that's fine. That's completely fine. That's not really a challenge to me personally. At least it really shouldn't be. Alright, big meaty stagger. Hit him with the blade. Didn't mean to get hit there, but frankly, with how this has been going, we've been doing just really damn good. I don't think it matters. There we go. Cool. Alright, please give me a Somber 6. Or Shards 2. That is an item, I suppose. You know what? I think I'm just going to sit down at the first side of grace that we get in there. I normally try to hold off on the Melina speech because I don't really care for Melina popping up every time anymore. But I think we're okay. I think we're genuinely okay. I'm going to pop some of the bigger runes. Okay, different bell bearing, very nice. Chug this real quickly in case we run into anything too bad. There's our plus 15 balls. Very nice. Here's the thing. I could try to run past this guy. I would prefer to kill him real quickly. Yeah. Yep. Yep, exactly. One shot from him was enough to do a third. Jeez. Yeah, no. A third death bar. Kind of a scary enemy, but not terrible. We're fine. Alright, whatever. We're just gonna sit. Seems fitting.
For bringing here, and thus I shall to farewell. I shall leave. I wish you luck. You have. I have no.
Okay, cool. You know what? Arguably, it would be better to have that in stock right now. How close am I to having that requirement? Not very close. Okay. Hmm. And then in that case, it probably would be still better for me to be using Blessing's Boon. Probably. So, once I actually have enough for it, it's definitely going to be well worth our time. Right, capital has been achieved. And you know what? This is probably a good time for us to start using Assassin's Gambit. Ah, he noticed me very easily. Fair enough. Very cool. All right. And I will do what I need to go get the shortcut real quickly, just because getting the shortcut is probably a safer bet for us anyways. Or you know what? Never mind. We don't need the shortcut. We can just get the Site of Grace that's right over here by the balcony. That would be more than enough, I would argue. From the top rope, brother? Okay, fair enough. Quick failure. Why not? Root resin. And what's on our stairs? Some shit, but nothing terrible. I mean, the hands are pretty bad, but we can cheese the hands for the most part. Yeah. There we go. Cool. Easy. Another Smithy 6. Gorgeous. Hey, Radahn's gauntlets. Very cool. Can I wear those? I can, in fact, wear them, yeah. It's an extra 2 points in weight, but... funny enough, the Banished Knight gauntlets, I think, are actually better? Yeah. Yeah, they are, in fact, better. These have a little bit more in terms of immunities, but I would rather just the slight amount more of damage protection, so... Alright, there we go. Cool. Alright, yet again. Assassin's Gambit. I think we're okay. Yeah, we can just stealth right on by. Why am I even trying to stealth that? That's a stupid section of stealth. I would find it mildly amusing, I guess, if it turned out for our DS3 run and ended up being just insanely, like, straightforward and easy. I would find that mildly amusing. Would I probably find it also a little bit tedious and annoying at the same time? Probably. Yeah, probably. Oh, okay, it's just a flower. We're fine. Got him, get him again. Gorgeous. Doesn't look like anything major is protecting that tree, so I think we're probably okay. Huh. Weird, I could have sworn I actually got the map for Landell, but... No, I guess I completely forgot to do that. Huh, alright, whatever. Again, doesn't really matter, but that OCD kicking in, I guess. Alright, go for the double hit. Leave the Treebeard alone. Actually, wait, that was a tier upgrade. Nah. Nah, I'm gonna say nah. It's probably not worth it right now, honestly. Alright, who do we have on the branch? Huh. Oh, we have a Wraith on the branch. Yeah, never mind, I do have to in fact respect it. Much as I don't really want to do so, or care to do so, I have to respect the fact that there's a Wraith there. I have a bow and arrow. Kind of. Kind of barely. Is the Wraith really noticing my ass from downtown like that? The Wraith's doing a whole lot of growling right now, and that makes me just mildly uncomfortable. Oh, that was really cool. Thank you, game. What do I do here? I think I guess I go for stealth. Okay, the Wraith is now aggro. Alright, let's get back to safety as best as we can here. Oh, is he going to be weak and actually just not mess with us from downtown? Wait. He's trying to warp to us right now, and he can't. Huh. I don't have a good and proper bow, but I can use this. Can I don't have anything very good for it. Yeah, that didn't really do a lot of damage, but damn, I kind of wish I had a couple blurred bolts now. That would have been pretty useful for this. All right. I hate just sending it, especially against something like a Wraith, but I kind of need to make this happen. Okay, there we go. Kind of. Okay, yeah, that's probably as good of an opportunity as I'm gonna get. So, yep, we gotta go. Okay, yeah, sure, we'll take it. Okay. Definitely not perfect by any means, but I am still more satisfied with what we just got done doing than what could have possibly happened, so yeah. Yeah, I think that was probably as bad as fine as it gets. Alright, is it just the Leonine? It is. Awesome. Thank you, game. What's weird is I went for the double check, and the game just kind of said no. Which was really cool of it, honestly. I'm really glad to see the game just said, nah, you don't, trust me, you don't actually want that. Okay. I'm glad that was not a terribly bad Leonine, but still, scarier than it needed to be. Honestly, I guess for right now, just the health upgrade. That's probably for the best. Alright, a little bit more in faith. 2 more points faith, and more into vigor, honestly. Yeah. That seems fair. Before we go into this boss fight, I should probably go take the oh, well, shit, never mind. There we go. Okay. Okay, there's our Smithy 6 that we needed. Or our Somber 6 that we needed. Now we can go and get, Blasphemy leveled up just that little bit more. And we could also probably get our balls, a little bit more shapely, too, while we're at it.
No. Oh, don't pay me. Just lay out you.
Okay. There we go, and our balls. Actually, we can also upgrade our Antspur again. Yeah, you know what? Why not?
No matter.
I have some weapons in my stock right now that I frankly don't see myself ever using. I don't see myself swapping to this, or this. Most of those are pretty damn mediocre, and frankly, we don't fuck around with mediocre weaponry. Okay. Alright, time to find out what our Morgott is. Hopefully it's pretty okay. Let's swap that into Antspur, and yeah, honestly, that's pretty fine for the time being. Alright, who's it gonna be? Oh, okay, it's Deer. We're okay. We have the right weaponry for this. We should be fine. Awesome. Thank you, game. Okay, it is the Ancient, but also the Ancient's really not that bad. Awesome. Thank you. There we go. Big meaty crit. Awesome. One more of these. Sends him on the ropes. Gorgeous. Okay. All right. Very cool. A whole pile of corpses and a half. Awesome. It's Morgoth's Lunchables for the afterlife.
Allow me, you are unprevented. The thorns, a husk, the only way, and become my purpose. So I'd like to the flame then and guide.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. There we go. Pass some time so that way we don't have to worry about talking to her just so we have to level up. Yeah. I'm glad that they didn't force it to be like, every single time you level up, you have to talk to her. That would have probably been pretty annoying for the most part. I think we're close. I think we're close to the requirement that we need for, yes. 2 more points, and then we officially have what we need for protection of the Erd Tree. Which we will probably be using, just because all recoveries possible, everything that can keep us protected, that does strike me as a pretty damn valuable thing to have. So. I might just take a break in a minute or two here. Just to walk away for a moment. We'll definitely be keeping on with our progress here today, because frankly, I mean, we're already about almost 2 hours in right now, and we've made some damn decent progress, grand scheme of things. You know what, there's 2 items over here. I'll go collect them real quickly, since it's not really that big of an issue. Not gonna get the shortcut. We just don't need it. Okay, cool. Some extra cash. +7 on that. Anspur Rapier in our offhand. Decent enough spells. Yeah, honestly, I think we're doing pretty damn good, grand scheme of things. If we need to, for any reason, we can pivot back and go deal with Renala. The only one that's not really on the menu for us is probably Rykard. Mainly because Rykard just takes like a good long ass time to get to. Alright, torch, not even worth it, but you know what, whatever. It's fine. Couple extra murders here and there, it's not really that big of an issue. Alright, buff. Yeah, fuck it. I am gonna get these items real quick. There we go. It just takes so little effort to do this when it comes to this weapon that frankly more item checks are typically more on the menu than they would normally be. So I'm personally pretty cool with it. And I know that this is kind of like a pretty damn free weapon for the most part. But I would also beg the question on this one, with it being a randomizer and I have a whole bunch in front of me, this is just kind of like an ideal build. Like, frankly, this is going to be a hard carry, and unless we run in again into Moog or we run into, I think Malekith might be a little bit more resistant to this sword, but it's still a really damn good weapon that covers a majority of situations, including a shit ton of mobbing. Nah. I don't want to worry about it. Alright, another Smithy 6. I still find it kind of criminal, the fact that you can't at least ride Torrent over the bridge. It just, I don't know, it just strikes me as really weird. More money, very cool. Awesome. Yeah. Damn. Not a bad run so far. Definitely we have more than enough to get done, just going through everything. Actually, shit, you know what? Maybe the Rockbone bolts would be worth it in this case, because we have the triple pulley crossbow. Or crossbow? Yeah, crossbow. And with that in mind, at least at the moment, it's probably better that we use something that, I don't know, it fits our build a little bit smoother. Because I don't know when I'm going to get a normal bow, and there's really no guarantees that I ever get a normal bow, so. Okay. It's a small enough item that I'm not really concerned about getting it, just because. It could be... I don't think it's going to be anything worth our time. If it's that small, it's just not worth our time, in most cases. This, however, is an easy boss fight. Of course, as soon as I say that, it ends up being the one with the skeleton that throws hands massively all over the place. Excuse me, sir. Fucking stop trying to summon Big Brother. Should be enough for a stagger. Gorgeous. Okay, cool. When it's that easy of a fight, it's definitely worth the time just to dedicate and get some cash money out of it. Usually speaking. It's one... Well, technically it's 2 free item checks, but honestly, it's really just about the money at that point. What do we get? Poison pots? I guess so, yeah, poison pots. Let's sit down here, because I don't think I'm going to be sitting down throughout the mountaintop of the giants until we get to the very end of it. Alright, let's do that. And... Right. A dash bit more of faith, and there we go. That's all the faith that we needed for that. Blessings boon can now be replaced with protection of the Erd Tree. It's everything non-physical on that one. So I would argue it's more or less pretty good. It's probably worth having that just for the sake of sanity. And I know we changed our hood out earlier, but I don't really think our hood's gonna make or break the build. Not in all seriousness, at least. Thank you, Torrent. I was really hoping you'd just break on the spot like that. We'll go do the one item check in the Zamor Ruins, and then we're on our way. Ah, shitty. Okay, cool. Alright, so at this point we need +8. We need... I think at this point we need mostly 7s. Like, I think we're finally in the realm of needing Smithy 7s. Cool. Free Smithy 8, why not? It's not terribly important to us yet, but frankly, if we can get that requirement done sooner than later too, I mean... Hefty balls is always usually the better point, so... Oh, cool, nice. I don't know where that Smithy 7 came from, but we'll fucking take it. Somber 9, very cool. Now we just need that Somber 8. Is that legendary? It is, yes. There we go. Whenever I feel like Torrent's probably about to kill himself, I usually just say fuck it and just jump. Jumping typically, weirdly enough, gives Torrent more control over his own bodily autonomy than by doing it normally. Or trying to just turn around, at least. Stupid as that is. Okay. Okay, trash, fair enough. So tomorrow, I might still be able to do a stream tomorrow, but we'll see what's going on with it. I'm not fully sure yet just how long I'm going to need to be away, but I imagine... Well, tomorrow I might not be streaming. We'll see. But Saturday is kind of what I was talking about there. We'll see. I may be streaming on Saturday. I may not be. I don't really know just yet, but we'll get there. But tomorrow, in this case, I am going to be taking another proper day off, I guess. Just because I've been realizing I've just kind of been needing more time away. I think I went for the wrong stone there. Yeah, I definitely did. There we go. That felt a little bit like bullshit, but sure. Seems pretty in vain for Torrent. Awesome. I love it when it doesn't even bother with, like, the bare minimum, which is just jumping. Very cool. Thank you, game. I felt like that was pretty damn close, but sure, whatever. That felt even closer, but sure, whatever, game. Are you fucking my dick knob right now? Like, that was... I was literally scraping the ledge. Ironically enough, doing this as quickly as I am doing it right now, I think it's been more successful. Normally, I kind of overcorrect by a lot. But I feel like these attempts... Are you fucking me? Are you real? Are you real right now? Press F5 if real? Oh my god. Okay, alright. The timing for this is kind of dumb. That is a guarantee. Are you fucking my anus right now? Are you real? You faccio paquete toglio sapatino. Pero cortita. That was a weird... Weirdly enough, I got, like, a different lip there that I was jumping from. I'm sorry? Huh? Torrent, it's maybe about time that you fucking stop sucking miserably. Oh my god. You know what? Honestly, I'm gonna give it like 5 more tries. If I don't get it in 5 more tries, then GG's. I'm not gonna count that one. That one was weak. Okay, thank you, game. I'm sure there's a valid reason for why the game said, "Not today, good sir." Again, I got the weird lip there, but... okay, alright, whatever. I'm gonna try for that weird lip again, because frankly, that seems to be a smarter option. Seems to be a smarter option. Are you fucking with my dingus right now? Okay, alright, cool. Cool. Sure, whatever you say, game. Sure, whatever you say, game. I really don't know why the collision works there sometimes, but otherwise it's not really working. I'm going to mostly blame it on Torrent as per usual, just because it just seems kind of fitting for Torrent's character arc to not... frankly, Fumblebear McGee here fucking always fumbles the bag. And as per usual, Torrent's fumbling in real time. I love it that you're not even landing on the ledge now. Thank you, Torrent. It's not like I've really changed it up that drastically for you. No. You're just giving up because you're the worst ever. I hate going the long way round, but I'm gonna go the long way round at this point. Fuck it. I'm not going after it right now. It's just not worth my time like that, but it's still pretty damn frustrating that the game just kind of said, nah. You may have gotten it, like, every other attempt, but we're just feeling petty right now. Fuck you. Watch, there's gonna be some stupid shit, too, where it's, like, attached to, like, quality of the game and whatnot. I wouldn't, frankly, be surprised. Alright, what's it gonna be over here? Trash! It's gonna be trash. Okay, cool. Cool. Big money, yay. Okay. Alright. Either way, let's just go ahead and move along. I'm sure that the merchant had nothing of significant value. Probably. Alright, dragon for the lake. I'm not really that interested in fighting them right now, so we're just gonna ignore them. Alright, cool. Oh, okay. Alright, cool. You know what? Let me swap to two-handing real quick. There. Swap to two-handing so that way I can properly use Blasphemous in case I need to actually attack something. Probably better that way anyways for right now. Be safe. There's a dog there. Grab this. And take the warp. Alright, well that was definitely sweet of something to go ahead and die for me. That was really nice. Okay. Trying to honestly think about our Fire Giant right now and how bad Fire Giant could possibly be. But I want to say we're better off overall today. Overall. Okay. Still need some more upgrade materials. Balls are unfortunately starting to be a bit behind on where they should be, but we can probably make it up for the most part. Another Somber 9, which is not really that much help to us at the moment. Unfortunately. I'm going to save that church for later. I don't really want to deal with it right now. Another Ancient, which is really cool if we end up getting what we need for our balls, but try and dodge this. There we go. Beautiful. Really? We're aggroed? Sure, why not? Why wouldn't we be aggroed? Only makes sense. Well, let's go to table, upgrade our weapons as much as we can right now, and hopefully be better off for it. Oh, right. We can also check and see what our remembrances could purchase us, if it's anything good. All right. New talisman pouch, gorgeous. Right, we have some new bell bearings that might actually provide us with new items, new tools. All right, up to plus 12, gorgeous. And you know what? Honestly, sure, why not? I don't think that's too terribly much of a waste of ammo right now, or a waste of money, rather. I don't think there's anything else that's probably going to be much of a benefit to us at the moment, but Nevertheless, I'm glad we did that. Came back here to take care of a couple things, and now we can be a little bit more satisfactory when we get back to the mountaintops. Still need a +8, but we're probably okay to either pivot into balls or just go on with the +7 Blasphemous right now.
I took you no matter
Arguably.
how you're up.
Arguably, yes. Okay, there we go. Up to +19 on our balls. Unfortunately, that's still a bit behind, but actually, you know what? I made a mistake on something. Frag Blade. Actually, at this point, it is in fact a little bit more damage, grand scheme of things, to do balls with heavy on them now. Wonderful. Our balls are heavy, knees weak, arms are heavy, balls on his balls already, mom's balls, spaghetti. Sell everything, well, maybe not everything, but close to a lot. Just get like a shit ton of cash just to do some quick leveling up, why not? Alright, we have 1 point for each, so that is probably good for now. What am I missing for Scarlet? Oh, Scarlet Aeonia takes up 3... Oh my god, yeah, that's pretty expensive. Damn, I wish I had thought about that before, you know, getting it. Alright, Foot of the Forge time. Let's go see see what our fire giant is, I guess. Or at least first phase. Still, I think we're pretty good off. I think we're pretty well off in most cases right now. I guess let's do the magical negation. Why not? If we need to swap it, we can do the holy negation and swap talismans pretty quickly. From that position, at least. Oh, speak of the devil, it's second phase Renala. Arguably, balls are probably... You know what? No, honestly, Blasphemous could do the job just as easily here. Blasphemous could definitely do the job here. I think we're fine. In fact, let's buff up while we're downtown from her, because currently, right now, she can't really do shit to us. There we go. Cool. I'm going to keep Protection of the Erd Tree, I think, probably as a priority. It's probably the better spell. Alright, there we go. She does a moon. Lame as shit, but nothing new from Renala. I'm a little annoyed, but that's fine. Yeah, those wolves are kind of chunking. Actually, I probably shouldn't waste too much, if I can help it. Yeah, she's not staggering very much, huh? Alright, right away. Thank you, Torrent, for doing, weirdly enough, kind of what I needed. Alright. Knight's disappeared. Here comes our next summon. Oh, that was really cool. I like the part where she staggered her summons together. Good for her. You know, it's really crazy when I summon Torrent and I expect Torrent to show up. I really expect Torrent to show up. Okay, there we go. Reapply protection at least. And we're on our way. Okay, Elden Beast. This isn't quite the weapon for Elden Beast. Alright, beautiful. Let's dirty up our balls real quickly. Awesome. Awesome. Thank you, Elden Beast. I swear, Elden Beast is gonna do some fuck shit and, like, disappear out of the arena. Please stagger. Really? That was such a waste of a crit. Awesome. Thank you, game. There's that. Very cool. Cool. I love the part where I summoned Torrent, and Torrent just kind of said no. Okay, there we go. Another boss down. Colt Dagger, and back to Blasphemous for the time being. Yes, I know, game. I know that it requires more stats than I'm capable of. I'm not a baby. Alright. Okay. Alright, hop off a little early because the game is wacky and funny, and oftentimes will try to screw me over in very comical ways, and I prefer not to have that happen. Okay. That's probably an okay spread. For the time being, that's probably an okay spread. Alright, off to, off the Ferrum.
I as well, and death are you to commit. Very let my hand.
real bad. I'm just going to check on something just for a minute here while cutscene is playing. All right, there we go. All right, Fair Missoula time. Huh. We don't really have a talisman that's worth replacing our magic resist talisman right now, I would argue. So I think we're just gonna keep it as is. Actually, curiosity, do I have any cotton? I do not. Okay. Actually, curiosity, does this even work the way that I would imagine it to? Like, I'm sorry, how did that guy notice me? I just used Assassin's Gambit. Alright, you know what? It's already too late. We just gotta run. Yeah, you know what? We're fine here. I don't know why I'm being so stealthy about this. It doesn't need stealth. Alright, another Smithy 8. Gorgeous. Ever closer to that requirement. Smithy 6. Not what we need. Very cool. Damn. Yeah, I guess we're just getting a bunch of Smithy 6s right now. Which, I mean, cool. It'll help us catch up the Antspur, but it's not... It's just not important that we get the Antspur up to pace. It's really not. I don't really find the next room to be dangerous, but if I can prep myself for it, then I would prefer to prep myself for it. Ah. Thing is I want that item, but I would much rather just be stealthy and just move along with my life than risk possibly dying. The stupid shit. Like a rune bear chilling down here. That's really cool game. And the rune bear got stuck. Why wouldn't that be the case? Of course it would get stuck. Why wouldn't the rune bear get stuck? You know what? No. Side of Grace. He's being an idiot. I gotta sit down now. Cookbook. I can't tell if that's a bear over there or if that's a... It is. I think it is a bear. I think we're fine. Another Smithy 8. Gorgeous. On our way. It's not a big item, but I'm gonna get it anyways because there's no rune bear chasing our cheeks down this time. Hey, Kyan! Yeah, no, we're back at Farum. We are back at Farum. As lovely as that is for us. Yeah, no, it's definitely, it's been one of those, it's been a harrowing time trying to get all the way back here, but I'm really glad we are back here. Now we just have to pray for some halfway decent luck on, like, a boss or two, and we'll be perfectly fine. We'll be swimming pretty. Alright, there's one item over here. We'll get it real quick. We're going to take the back route, like I normally do anyways. That is a direwolf, and I am not going to fuck around with the direwolf. Oh god, this just reminded me of, like, the dumbest South Park joke humanly possible. Did I do the Godskin Duo's Replacer yet? No, we're actually literally right around the corner from it right now. Like, we are just about to get there. And technically, the side of grace I just chose is better for us, because this puts us even closer to the actual boss itself. So. Imagine if it's Malekith. If it is, I will be... Maybe I won't be pissed, but it will be... It will be frustrating. It will be frustrating. How are we doing stone-wise? Plenty of 8s at this point, but we still need 7s. Oh, we can get our Blasphemous Blade leveled up to 9 now. Okay, you know what? Let's go do that real quickly. It's looking like it's going to be a Blasphemous Blade fight anyways, so that's fine.
You're up.
Okay, we don't have enough stones for that now at this point, that's fine. Did we get any bell bearings? Does not look to be the case, no. Okay. Alright, so we need some 7s. And unfortunately, I don't really know where we could go and get some 7s, but we might just have to play out the next boss and hope for the best, which seems to be probably what we're gonna have to do. Let's see what the hag sells us.
What use? I am a fool as you know. You beautiful.
Smithy 7, or Somber 7, my bad. But not what we need. Okay, alright, that's fine. Alright, Dragon Temple Transept. Let's go. Let's find out what the boss is, and then we can kind of work backwards from there. That's a good news about this location in particular. You gotta be fucking kidding me. You gotta be fucking kidding me. Oh my god, I'm gonna fucking I'm not gonna like die, but like what the fuck? What the fuck? Fuck's sake. Okay, alright. Malekith again, I guess. That's... Wow. Okay. And based on how this went last time, I am trying to think if there's anything else that we could do to improve our build. I feel like I have to go back here, actually. I think we have to go back to, back to the snowfields and try to go and find some 7s. Because I don't think our Blasphemous Blade is the correct option here. I'm pretty confident of that fact. It's not the damage we need. That is wild. The game really said, oh, no. Trust me, you're going to get the run back. You're going to get the run back syndrome on this one. Alright, well, as much as it sucks, I do probably need to go check the merchant and see if the merchant is selling anything of use. And yeah, I think I kind of have to. Beast Eye quivers. That's cool. I'm not worried about the Beast Eye right now. God damn it. I can't believe that it actually ended up being Malekith again. That is kind of wild. The game really just wanted to spit in my face on that one. Weird. That looks like an outline of an enemy over there, but I can't tell. I don't think that's correct exactly, but it might be? Yeah, never mind. I think it was. Okay, so I have to double back a little bit, and I think I missed it ever so slightly over here. Yeah. Alright, here's hoping the merchant actually sells us something useful. I just have to remember, at the end of the day, it's Malekith. It's totally fine. It's totally possible. We just have to play better. That's all it has to come down to. That's 2. I don't know if that's enough. Expensive-ass kukri. It kind of tempts me a little bit, but... Alright, let's go ahead and level up our balls. And hopefully... Are our balls currently at a plus... They're at a plus 19. Okay, they're actually at a plus 19, so we might be able to squeak this out. We might be able to max out our balls right now, actually. Yeah, baby, maxed out balls. Okay, all right, maxed out balls. That is a step in the right direction. Shit, we just kind of have to go for it. Inescapable Frenzy. Is there anything else I could have in place of Inescapable Frenzy? Not particularly. I mean, I could do Blessing's Boon. So sure, I guess I could do Blessing's Boon. Alright, we're gonna buff up like crazy right before the fight. Alright. Chug. Crab. Whoops, almost did that. Do that. Do that. And do that. I think that removed one of our buffs. Frag Blade. Okay. Staggerino. Crit. Big meaty chunk out of his butthole. Good night, kitty. Oh my god. My heart's fucking pounding. Oh, my heart is pounding right now. Holy shit. Look at how worried you were, then clip that. I mean, yeah, that probably is, that is... So for context, I guess, because I don't know if I'm going to go back to it, but for context, our last major good randomizer run, the one that took us the furthest, Malekith was in this exact same fucking arena. Exact same one. And he did us so raw and so dirty, it might as well have gone on Brazzers.com, frankly. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I feel... Jeez. I mean, I'm still pounding right now, but, like, I definitely feel better for that one. Bows of human build. So that may not be as useful as I think it is. Okay, fair enough. You didn't even get hit once? Nice. Nice. Right. Assassin's Gambit. Somehow it seems fitting that there would be a lobster in the vicinity. You know what? I don't normally do this, but we're gonna go bitch mage strats on this one. Okay, there we go. There's our proc. Can I use this? I can use this. Weird how that didn't hit, but okay. That is, I mean, I know that this isn't really a lot in terms of damage, but still, I guess I was kind of expecting, like, at least maybe just a tiny bit more. Actually, the fact that the lobster can't do anything to us right now, works out just fine for me. That's not, God, that is a tragically low amount of damage. Ah, he spotted us from downtown. You know, maybe I shouldn't have tried to rebait the aggro. Let's do this, and let's do this. Do I have a better talisman than this? No, I really honestly don't. Let's just do the magic protection, I guess. Yeah. You know what? Hang on. How many more shots do I have of the, I have a good chunk of the keystone bolts, so sure. You know what? Honestly, fuck it. Look, I mean, I'm not really about this strat on a normal day basis, but... You gotta be fucking kidding me. Okay, there's our reapplication. Wonderful. Cool. Look, I know it's cheap, but frankly, right now I really do not care. And also, I'm just going to take this as an opportunity to go and collect a new beverage. I thought the lobster was about... Is the lobster about to toss his ass off the cliff? I mean, I'd be cool with that. I'd be pretty cool with that. Oh! Oh, I could make more rot bone bolts, actually. You know what? Why not? Why not? As a treat for me, I deserve some rot. Very cool. Nice. Alright, while he is getting rotted, I am going to real quickly step away. And I'm going to go get a new drink. No idea.
Rat lobster!
That was a pretty good one, Kyan. That was a pretty good one. Okay. Alright, that is one less lobster in the world. Gorgeous. Oh, okay, we're fine there. Nothing terribly scary there. We're good. Glad I got it. No, I'm glad I got it too. I love that joke. That's a quality Family Guy joke right there. I haven't really sat down and watched Family Guy in a while. Kind of miss it. Because otherwise it would have seemed that you were raging telling a lobster to rot. I mean, to be fair, yes, also that. Because, like, on an average day basis, the lobsters are pretty bad. The lobsters are really bad in this game. You know what? Normally I would go for items like that, but our build... I think we're okay. We have the bell bearing. We can level up our Anspur rapier at this point. So I don't think we need it. The only other things I think we really technically want anymore are, like, talismans. But even then, I'm really not that concerned about it. Alright. So, since this time we haven't died, I am not gonna be stupid. And I'm not gonna do the shortcut. We're just gonna take it nice and slow, do what we need to. Steal items right in front of snails. Chat, why are we so concerned about escargot when we should be escargot to the poles? Oh. No, I gotta be real, honestly. That was probably like the lamest thing ever to come out of a politician's... Well, maybe not the lamest thing to ever come out of a politician's mouth, but pretty fucking close. I would argue pretty damn close to the worst. It's just, it was so awful and funny at the same time. I don't really care if this is overkill. They need to die. Alright. Some more simple smithy stones. Okay. I think honestly right now as it stands, our weapon's at a +9, so the only other thing we need at the moment is a final major somber smithy stone. And then technically speaking, our main weapons for this run are done. They're maxed out. Something aggro? No. Okay. Okay. Well, he did not get away with anything successfully, so very cool. He is staring right at me for the most part, but frankly, we'll take it. Get fucking blasted? What if you got blasted again, brother? Get blasted again. Very nice. Alright, we're more or less down to our final countdown. We have Malekith, we have Gideon, we have Hoarlu 1 and 2, and then we have Radagon 1 and 2. Still plenty of time for that to be really fucking miserable, but more or less, at this point, I don't think any major obstacles, any major hurdles are in front of us. It's really just boss rush mode at this time, which is pretty cool. I am pretty cool with boss rush mode. That is a fine time for us. Who's our bridge guard? Tiny dude? It's a tiny dude. Okay. Yo, what's up, tiny dude? Give me something good? Okay, alright. I don't know what it's gonna be, but I'm just gonna buff up like I need to, frankly. Okay. Ah! It's Margit. Oh, okay, you know what? No, we're fine. Margit's a fair fight. Alright, don't want that aggro to reset. Or that poise meter, I should say. Fair enough. Actually, I'm kind of glad I chose the protection buff a little bit more now. There we go. Don't be too frisky. You know what? Let's lay some tracks on this man real quickly. I am sorry, sir. What? One more lay of tracks. Gorgeous. All right, quick moment to buff. All right, here's hoping easy second phase. Morgott! You gotta be fucking kidding me. We got Margit into Morgott? Alright. Spear. Alright, big meaty stagger. Pretty awesome. It is honestly pretty awesome. I won't deny that fact. You You know what? Let's break out our balls. I think he deserves to suck on our balls for a bit. Ah, fair enough. Oh, that's fine. Good move. Punished. Might be a stagger? Yeah, baby. Staggerino. Get fucking bullied, Morgott. Your mama didn't want you. Very cool. Actually, that was a really cool randomizer fight. That was actually, like, insanely cool. Like, that doesn't happen very often. That one actually got my... That one got me. That one was cool. Not too shabby. Alrighty. Very cool. You know what, actually? Is there any upgrades to armor that I should consider right now? Kind of-ish. Damn, Land of Reed's helmet actually is kind of really good. No, honestly, I don't want to do Malekith's helmet. Malekith's helmet is a little too noisy, and I do not like having a noisy helmet. I really don't. Raging Wolf armor continues to be the best. And frankly, our pants continue to be the overall best that we have right now. So, alright. Just more leveling up to be done, I suppose. Let's probably do more strength at this point. More strength, more damage, overall pretty good. As for spells, you know what? Honestly, no. I would rather not worry about doing that. If it ends up being Gideon with any of our final bosses here that we're coming up on, it's probably better to just stick with what I have at the moment and not worry about some sort of silly gimmick. Because if I dedicate time to a gimmick on him, I'm going to get gimmicked. Like, it's not exactly a guarantee, but I feel a strong, astounding possibility of getting gimmicked by a gimmick. So, frankly, I don't even feel like I necessarily want to be using offhand Antspur. Because while it is useful, it's time I'm dedicating to doing something that maybe I should have just been dedicating time to doing damage. So, I'm going to see whether or not the boss is a spawn-in or it is a stable boss. It depends. It really does. Okay, who do we have? It's not a boss that shows up. Okay. Well, you know what? I can change that talisman out that I just showed off. Depending on who it is, if the boss at least shows up in the next couple of seconds, we're okay. We're fine. They are not showing up. All right, let's wait for the speech to end a little bit.
I commend your spirit, but alas, none shall take the throne. Queen Marika has high hopes for us, that we continue to struggle. Onto it.
All right, there we go. Passive buff. Loretta! Okay, Loretta's fine. We're fine. Alright, big meaty staggers. Chug real quickly. Ah, fair enough. There's the buff. And there's Loretta down. Okay, cool. There's our Gideon. And there goes Cleveland's wife. Oh my god, you're right, that was Loretta, wasn't it? Oh, Loretta. I find it funny how, like, public appearances for characters in a TV show versus what the characters actually end up having happen to them in the show, how these things kind of connect. Because I think I remember just Cleveland's wife, just generally speaking, not being very well received by most people. Which is kind of why they ended up eventually just saying, okay, just kill her off. Just kill her off. She's not sticking around. She's just not a character worth keeping. I don't remember if they killed her off, but I do remember she did not get to stay a part of the show after that point. Which I can't say I was sad about it personally, but I don't know. Is a little bit more FP worth our time? I'm gonna say no. Let's do more health at this point, I think. Do I have any massive amounts of runes, and how is my leveling up status going? 50k for level up. Jeez. Oof. Okay, alright. Well, you know what? That's okay. That's okay. I am gonna spot check the boss. It is somebody who spawns in. It's a spawn in. Alright, meaty balls, gorgeous, and let's go for it. Fucking fire giant. Alright. The damage is good, but it's still fire giant. Alright, he's spitting. He's spitting. Alright, there's the Sagarino. Big meaty punches to that eyeball. Balls to the eyes. Yeah, no, we're gonna teabag this man right in the face. Alright, gotta run away. He might breathe. He did not breathe. Alright. Run between those thighs. Reapply grease. Okay. He's not doing any of his follow-ups that he'd normally do here. Which is fine. Okay. Easier second phase, please. Oh, okay. Yeah. No, honestly, that's pretty easy. In fact, I think it's not sewer mode. Okay. I thought I had enough time to chug there, but that's okay. Alright, big meaty hits, please. That was a poorly timed crit, but we're still going to take it for what it's worth. Fucking balls to your face, Moglester. Jeez, get fucked, brother. Oh my goodness. Okay, alright. Good shit. Good shit. Oh, okay. We're so close. Yeah, we are in fact very, very close at this point. Frankly, I guess damage. At this point. I don't think we can scrape another level out of this at any rate at this time, but the blue ballin's about to end. The blue ballin is hopefully about to end. Yeah. Alright, we have one final crab leg. And I'm gonna say this is where we use it. Alright. Dirty balls. And let's go for it. It's Malaketh, another phase. I'm gonna die laughing. If it's Garronk, I would be really cool with Garronk. I would actually be... Oh, it's a fucking field trip. Okay, we'll take a field trip. We'll take a field trip every day of the week, actually. I do. Okay. Alright, there we go. She has been applied. Very nice. Where's the singing children? Please give me singing child. This is honestly pretty damn fine. Get out of there. Gorgeous. That was way too close for all it's worth. Alright, reapply buff. At least one of the buffs. Reapply Frag Blade. There we go. Okay, final boss. Elden Noble. Okay, you know what? Honestly, fair. Did my man just backstep 3 times in a row? Never mind, we won. Yeah, no, honestly, I would say this is probably the win condition, yeah. Get fucked. Actually, you know what? I should probably go for the rot first. Why not? You know what? Thank you, game. I was really hoping that that would take for fuck's sake ever. I was also really hoping that would take for fuck's sake ever. Why are we throwing in real time, is my question. I am going to get these procs off because, frankly, the procs are kind of worth the effort of them. We'll know it's both procs once we see it kind of double ticking. There we go. Actually, I'm noticing we're taking like a lot of damage from his fucking stabs right now. Yeah, thank you. Frankly, he can roll all he wants to because I will take rolling. Rolling means he's wasting time. Awesome. Okay. I'm happy to play this out as slow as I need to, frankly, just to make sure the win happens here. Big slam? No, it's the roll. Okay. Alright, big meaty slam. That's gonna hit me. Beautiful. That's not quite enough, but it's close. You fool! Ha! Okay. All right. Yeah. There we go. That's Elden Ring off the menu. We're officially done with... That's still fucking creepy. That's still just insanely creepy. Oh my god. All right. Okay. Cool. That's Elden Ring. We're officially done with this game. Now we can move on to the next one. But I will also say that I think with that in mind, I think we're going to go ahead and call it a night. Probably at this point. You know what? Maybe I'll go do a boss real quickly just for the sake of fun. But at least in terms of Elden Ring, we're done with that one. So we no longer need to do anything else. I'm going to real quickly go to Fair Missoula and see what our Placidusax was going to be. That seems like a pretty fun thing to do for ending the stream off tonight. Not that we really need the level ups at this point, but you know what? Sure, why not? Big meaty health bar. Very cool. So yeah, I guess next time we're back into this, Elden Ring will be off the table, and we will officially be on to our next game. I don't know if I'm going to do... I guess I should technically do them in the order that I kind of laid out for the most part, but... Well, we'll see. We'll see. I might do Bloodborne next, or I might go ahead and hop into DS3, because DS3 might take us a little bit more time in the grand scheme of things. Now, here's the one thing that I have going for me that I didn't have going for me for Elden Ring. All the other games are probably not gonna be randomized because, well, I just don't have everything set up for them. But at least going forward, we will not be doing randomizers. Am I going to save this character for the DLC later? I suppose I could, yeah. I think Big Balls has earned it. You know what? No, honestly, yeah, I think you're right. I think Big Balls has earned the right to go into the DLC and slap some twinks around with his big balls. I think that only makes sense, right? I think that makes more than enough sense. Okay. Ah! It's Melania. Okay, fair enough. No, you know what? I said I was going to slap somebody around with my balls. Melania, you're on the table. Let's go for it. Doesn't need to be Deathless, but could be fun randomizer DLC anyways. No, honestly, I think you're exactly right. I think just doing the randomizer for DLC would be a lot of fun. So. Oh, okay. I really don't even know what to tell you on that one. Yeah, fair enough. I guess to be fair, honestly, I think if anything, I'm just happy that we're done at this point. More than anything, I think I'm just happy that we're done. Yeah, that Melania just immediately fucking gutted our ass. That's fair. Yeah, one single combo destroying well over 2,000 health. Yeah, she's a little moody. She's not having a great day. She's unhappy she was not the final boss. To be fair, I played that insanely poorly, like beyond poorly. So there's that. That's... Thank you, game. I was really hoping you'd fuck me up like that. That's really cool. Awesome. What's up at the bottom of the map there? That was weird. You know what? Honestly, now I'm just glad that I can die again. Frankly, I'm glad we're done with the Deathless for this character. Lucky Balls flashback for Arise. Arise kind of got done dirty, in all seriousness. Arise got done dirty very much so. I think Arise would have been a winner. It's just unfortunate that the circumstances were not in his favor. So. And by that, I mean I got greedy and cocky all in the same breath. So there's that. Okay. Right, we're gonna give Melania like 1, maybe 2 runbacks at most. But yeah, no, honestly, I'm just glad to say that we're officially past that point. It does feel nice. It takes balls to not get greedy. I don't know if I fully... I would say it's a big ball trait to get greedy at least a little bit. Alright, Melania, time to get your ass beaten. I'm gonna beat your cheeks so fucking hard, you're gonna be crying for weeks. Got him. Got him. Time to beat her ass into the dirt. Mr. Ball's right here. Mr. Ball's right here. To be fair, I make stupid mistakes like that, and then I suffer pretty much immediately for it. Sidestep. Sidestep. Fucking blow her back out real quick. I guess re-dirty my balls real quick, yeah. Unfortunately, that stagger doesn't count for shit. Re-dirty my balls. Wait for that to end. And get my ass in there. Get one meaty, chunky hit on her. Funny enough, and I will say this, second phase is actually easier. Because she does a lot of charge moves. And you can punish the shit out of her on charge moves. Like, she always loves to, like, hop up in the air and do that stupid little flourish move, like this one right here. Yeah, just punish her for that. She's stupid. She's dumb. She's a dum-dum. In a lot of ways, Malenia, second phase, is just significantly easier. Also, this move right here, insanely easy to dodge. Literally just walk under her, wait for her to do the fucking little rotate, and then run away from wherever... Like, run away from wherever you think she's gonna be landing. Oh, okay. There we go. I actually remembered how to do that. I'm pretty cool. That was really dumb on my part to overdo that, but I was feeling greedy. Run in, run around, and there we go. It doesn't really matter doing that small amount of damage there, but I do it anyways just to entertain myself. Dumbass. I fucked up. I should have played that smarter, but whatever. Honestly, again, at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter. We won. We're good to go. I'll break out the Blasphemous real quickly. I think the Blasphemous has earned its place in this run. It definitely did a hard carry. We'll give it one more roundabout, and yeah, I think that sounds good. Actually, wait, can I wear both of these talismans and it stacks? Huh, nice. I didn't quite realize that. Okay. Honestly, I wasn't expecting the range on that, but cool. Alright, that's more or less a full heal. I do enjoy Malenia's fight, like, a lot more now, though, I guess. Ever since I've been able to, like, fully pick up on it, it's definitely a lot more enjoyable. She was being pretty generous there for the most part. She didn't really... Oh, sorry. She didn't really give us too many waterfowls, which was kind of nice. I guess the good news about Blasphemous here is this pretty much allows us to punish her while she's doing her stupid Rot Bomb, which is nice. That is a good thing. I'm probably not going to worry about all the buffing. We're just going to go ahead and do just Flame Grant Me here. Flame grant me and flask. That's pretty much about it. Alright, time to get fucked up, Melania. You done goofed. Ya goober. Get fucked. She caught me more than I was looking for there, but whatever. It's fine. Got her ass. No staggers. There's a stagger. Very nice. Worthy trade for the most part. Alright, there we go. Second phase activated. Ah! She got me. She does not normally gimmick me there. Whatever. You know what? Honestly, I think that's good for tonight. I think that is good for tonight. So yeah, we'll return, and I think if anything, we will use big balls for the DLC, just for the sake of fun. Because like honestly, I had a really good time with big balls, but at least for now, what I'll probably end up doing is I'm going to just clip out the rest of what we just had here on the stream. Mainly because I don't want people coming in and being like, oh, well, there's a bunch of deaths right at the very end of it. Yeah, no, that was after the challenge was completed. Yeah. I'm just going to cut that part out, probably, just for the sake of sanity. But, yeah. Yeah. Have a good one, man. Don't forget to clip that Malekith fight. No, definitely. Honestly, I'm going to clip that Malekith fight for sure. And I'm probably going to... I should have clipped it the other day, but I forgot to do it. But I am going to go back and get the clippage for the first Malekith version of that fight. Because I think it's important that I note it. I think that's pretty important to note, but yeah. Well, look, guys, I think that is going to be it for tonight. Thank you so much for stopping in. You know what? I don't really need to give a ending speech, do I? I guess because yeah, because I'm clipping this part out, so it doesn't really matter. Anyways, I will see you all later. Thank you so much for stopping in. I appreciate it as always. And no, honestly, I hope you have a wonderful rest of your night, folks. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your nights. You hang up. What? I'm sorry, Cayenne, what? No, you hang up. Is a joke. Okay, I see what you mean. Well, anyways, I'll see you later. Take care, folks. See you later.